Good morning and welcome to day two. On behalf of the team at Springfield Agri, we welcome you to our virtual international conference on Save Our Soil. For those of you that were with us yesterday, I'm sure you enjoyed the quality of the speakers and the level of debate and discussion, which was very important to the mission that we're on at Springfield Agri, which is to put regenerative farming, soil regeneration and carbon capture at the heart of the debate. So I welcome our new delegates today. Hope you will enjoy the uniqueness of this conference and that you will benefit from hearing from a good range of speakers on topics that we believe are vitally important. For those of you that were with us yesterday, we had one or two slight technical glitches and we thank you for bearing with us. We're addressing those glitches, and as you'll understand, it's important that we get things right. So hopefully before the end of a conference or immediately afterwards, we'd like to send a feedback form out to you to get your views about how we've done things, and hopefully you will be very positive in those responses, which I have to say from the emails that we've received and the feedback so far, it's been superb and people have benefited and enjoyed the sessions that we've had so far. Yesterday, we heard from farmers at the sharp end, those farmers that are doing regenerative agriculture, how they're performing, how they're becoming more profitable. But there were some frustrations as well. The frustrations included the lack of education, the lack of understanding of the topic, and the need for help and support from agencies far and wide, whether that be local government, central government, or international. Through our partnerships at Springfield Agri, we have teamed up with Kiss the Ground in America. We're obviously working with the United Nations, and we're working with governments local and national, because we believe this is an important mission. We need to change the outlook for people to understand that looking after the soil is vitally important for our future, for all our futures and the futures of our children and our children's children. So the regenerative farming issues are at the sharp end. But we also heard about the circular economy, new ways of thinking, new ways of buying, new ways of shopping. And as people have got through the COVID pandemic, and we're coming hopefully towards the end, I believe that people are looking differently at the world, and that climate change and the effects of climate change, and looking responsibly at what needs to happen, people will change their outlook in the way that they shop, the way that they look at how food is produced, and the way that they want to see the future shaping. So the circular economy and the discussion around that is well worth a watch. And that reminds me that if you miss any of the sessions from our conference, they are recorded and can be watched at a later date. And in fact, the conference facilities will be available for 2 weeks after the end of conference. But I'm sure that you will be happy about today's events, where today we're going to talk about water, waste, and finance. Now, nobody knows more than in Yorkshire about the problems of flooding and the need to be resilient around what has taken place in many of our towns and cities and rural areas where flooding has taken place. And so the debate and discussion this morning on water will be vitally important. We also will be looking at waste management, biomaterials, looking at how we deal with waste, and in particular food waste. And I'm delighted that we will have representatives from FareShare speaking this morning, which is the charity that the footballer Marcus Rashford has been involved with. And many will have seen the publicity surrounding his support for children in school meals and the way that he's been able to get the government to change their minds on these issues. Food poverty is real, and what we do with waste food needs to be looked at. Energy too is important, and there will be a session on energy efficiency and how best to look and save energy in the best ways possible. This afternoon's sessions, I believe, will be very important to all concerned about the future of regenerative farming, because we'll focus on agricultural finance and carbon finance, how it works, and how you change the narrative to make sure that the targets that people have set, or that the world has set to achieve net zero by 2030, that finance is going to be vitally important. And we'll be looking at ways of new finance to existing finance, and hopefully what the way forward will be. Carbon funding for farmers will be looked at by Thomas Gent from Gentle Farming. Thomas is really impressive in terms of what he's been able to do at his farm with his family over many years, and leads from the front in terms of what he wants to achieve and what he wants to see happen. Now, I know from my experience in government that policy and decisions can be a long time in the making. But unfortunately, we haven't got that length of time. Words and discussion are important, and understanding of the topics are vitally important. But actions speak louder than words. And at Springfield, we're determined to make sure those actions take place sooner than later. So if you enjoyed our conference and are enjoying our conference, we would ask you to look at the Springfield Agri website to see how you can join us in our mission to try and get these arguments to the forefront and get actions taking place, not only in local government or central government, but indeed through the United Nations and the rest of the world. Our partners are many and varied, but we want people to join us. And so if you want to consider joining us, feel free to look at how you do that through the Springfield Agri website. Now, the unique conference facilities that we have impressed many, and I know that people are enjoying, for instance, the use of the lobby, the ability to have a photo taken and put in on the photo gallery, the opportunity to network with like-minded individuals on many of these subjects, again, is something that we want to see people do. And the exhibition hall is full of people who have become partners of ours in terms of the products, the things that they believe are important to continue the different types of debate that we are having. So I hope you'll take up the opportunity of not only listening to our speakers and to the positive things that they will have to say, but that you will use the opportunity to look and develop arguments that we can use in the wider public. Because I believe that we need to have education, not only in our schools on these topics, but in our colleges of further education, in our universities, and right across the range. The team at Springfield Agri is made up of people with differing backgrounds. Some, like me, from the world of politics and public life. Others, academics and scientists who have talked about these issues for many years and produced positive papers, but now want to see results. People from the business community, people who want to see new ways of producing things, new ways of customers looking at products. And we believe all this is achievable. Now, yesterday, I used a music analogy in terms of I commented about Sting and his record SOS. My good friend Mike Bauer has asked me to continue that theme on the musical experiences. And today my group of choice is ABBA, and the two songs are SOS and Money, Money, Money. So I hope you have a successful day today. Enjoy the conference, join us in our mission, and let's hope that we can bring forward together an outcome that will benefit not only us as individuals, but the rest of the world. Enjoy the day. Thank you and goodbye.